Let's move to the NBA. The biggest news, well, I don't know if it's the biggest news anymore because of what's happening with the Warriors, and we'll get to that later. But earlier in the week, Jimmy Butler was traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. They didn't want to accept the 4 first-round picks from the Houston Rockets and instead got Sarge and Bobby Covington. So, whatever. But he's now Philadelphia
And they got a
76er.
2020 second round pick, I think.
Ooh,
Either
wow.
2022
Ooh.
or
Game
2020.
changer.
Yeah, I know. It's completely pointless.
Um, are the 76ers the best team in the Eastern Conference?
No. I mean, the 76ers, their starting lineup right now, well, before this trade, was already struggling to space the floor. I mean, they were not consistent at all shooting the three. I mean, if you've got Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons in your backcourt, that's like maybe a three every 2 games or something like that. But I mean, now they lose a floor spacer in Dario Saric and Rocco, two very solid wing players for them. They gained Jimmy Butler, which is good, but he's not like a 3-point threat, I would say. So now they just get worse at the three ball. But I think they improve overall as a team, but it's not going to put them over the Bucks or the Raptors. The Raptors are just way too deep, and the Bucks have a Giannis, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing for the Sixers is depth, and they gave away what they did have in depth to get Jimmy Butler. Obviously it's the right move because now you have a core that can go up against anyone in the NBA with Embiid and Simmons and Jimmy Butler. But the rest of the team isn't quite there. They have no shooters. The one shooter is J.J. Redick. I'm not sure if J.J. Redick's a guy that you can have starting on a championship team. I think defensively that could create a lot of issues. If you just think about it, if they had to match up with the Warriors, that would mean I think J.J. Redick would be on Klay Thompson. And, that
Or
just...
Steph. They would probably put him
You'd
on
put
Steph.
Jimmy on Steph, wouldn't you? You
I
would
mean,
have to.
I feel like Jimmy would probably be on yeah.
And then you put
I don't know, man. They would probably put Jimmy on Clay or something.
and then Simmons on Steph.
Or Simmons on KD. Or,
Well, yeah, I don't know who you put on
yeah,
KD. You would
man.
have to put maybe Jimmy on KD and then Simmons on Steph.
Uh,
I think you'd have to
I don't
leave
know. I feel
Clay.
like Simmons is just too slow to keep up with Steph.
But then, I mean, would he be able to keep up with the?
He
Maybe
could keep
you
it. He
put
would be on
Simmons on
Draymond.
Durant. You put Simmons on Durant, and then you
Yeah.
put Butler
That's
on
what I was.
Steph.
Yeah.
Because Steph struggles against taller
Yeah.
defenders, and then you would just hope Klay Thompson is cold. But if you think about that, Klay Thompson would be on J.J. Redick. That sounds like a post-nightmare for J.J. Redick. Um, but, comparing them to other Eastern Conference teams, Toronto's always been pretty good the past few years. Obviously, we have to wait and see what happens in the playoffs. That's sort of been their Achilles heel. But, I mean, mainly the Achilles heel is LeBron James. He's out of the Eastern Conference for Toronto. And they upgraded their forward position by sending out DeMar
Big
DeRozan
time
and
upgrade.
got in Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi's been great this year.
A huge upgrade.
He isn't even full speed yet, and I think he'd already be in like the top 5 or top 3 for MVP voting.
And then, I still don't think you can put the Celtics over the Sixers. The Celtics are struggling right now. They're 7-6, but we see this all the time when you're a top team in the league year in and year out. It's just when the regular season comes around, who frickin' cares? No one cares what you do in the regular season. It's all about what you do in June and May. So, if you're the Celtics and you're struggling a little bit right now, who cares? Relax. They're just way too talented, way too good of a coach. And the Sixers, they still have to mesh. We still have to see what Jimmy Butler looks like on this team. There's a lot of worry with Jimmy Butler's personality contrasting with Markelle Fultz, who just has the biggest shooting yips I've ever seen. It is just
he looked like
horrible.
He looked like a 2K glitch, or you holding your controller too long when you're shooting free throws on 2K. That was really bad.
I mean, I've never seen anything like that, and
may as well just go granny style.
Ooh, I mean, he should. I'm starting to feel really bad for that kid. I mean, could you imagine every time you shoot a basketball?
The Monstar sucked his talent out of him, man.
Imagine if every time you shot a basketball, you were the talk of the town on Twitter. People making fun of you.
God
Yeah,
damn.
I would suck. That's tough to do. So
He was so just. He had a very solid shot. It was a very smooth stroke in college, and now like it's. I don't know what's happened to it. Like it looked like it got better for a while, and now it's just dipping again.
I feel like he should take 6 months off and just spend it in the gym shooting until he figures it out, or he does it
He's
the other
missed too
way.
much time already. I don't know,
Well,
man.
I mean, if he shoots like that, if his shot doesn't drastically change, it doesn't matter how much time he takes off.
I
He'll
don't
be out of
know.
the league. And there's also the Bucks too with Giannis. I think Giannis could be a tough matchup for the Sixers to stop. I mean, it's a tough matchup for anyone. I still want to wait and see with the Bucks. I feel like they're going to be that team that has a really great regular season, but they're just not quite there to compete in the
I
playoffs.
don't
They
know,
need
man.
more
Coach
talent.
Budenholzer is a really good coach. When he coached that Atlanta Hawks team, he was working with
And what happened with them?
he was working with way less talent. We got to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we met LeBron.
And how'd that series go?
It went 4-0, but LeBron isn't there anymore. So now,
Kawhi Leonard's there, and Giannis, and
true,
Kyrie,
but he has Giannis now.
and Jimmy.
He hasn't ever had that
Yeah,
star
that's
player.
true. That's true.
The reason why the Hawks, like everyone's complaint with them, was that they didn't have a star player, which was our biggest problem. He's got two at Milwaukee. Chris Middleton and Giannis. They're both stud players.
Jabari Parker still play for them?
No, he plays for the Bulls, man. Come on.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
The no defense Bulls.